We're going to do some of the test review problems together, okay? So the first problem I want to see on there is problem 5. Since we have this value and we have it in parentheses, what we essentially need to do is distribute the first number through, and I know it's distribution and multiplication because there's no other symbol happening. The invisible symbol is multiply. So then I just multiply. -7 times 4, -28, y times y cubed, y to the 4th, -7 times -9, +63, y times y squared, y cubed, -7 times 8 minus 56, y times y, y squared. None of your variables are matching, so that is your final answer and you are done.
Why is it 4 and 3?
Okay, why is it 4 and then 3? Because what do I have right here? I have y.
Is that Z or 2?
I'm so confused. It's a 2. Well, then write your own 2 if you don't like mine. Okay, if I have y and y to the 3rd, then when I multiply them, I get y to the 4th. You're multiplying by y, which means all your variable exponents or variables themselves will be updated to a y value because y times y to the 3rd is y to the 4th. Y times y squared is y to the 3rd. Okay, that's why it's a 4th, a 3, and a 2 exponent. Okay, this is like problem 1 on the quiz. So if you miss that problem, this is how you do these problems. You multiply the numbers, you multiply the variables. Okay. Next problem I would like to try is problem number 7. My first comment is you are squaring, but you are squaring something that has a subtraction in it. So what you're actually doing is multiplying 12r minus 9 times 12r minus 9. That is step 1. Okay. So problem 7, final answer. If you're having trouble multiplying, for those of you who did distribution, fine, you're great. Most of you are great. Some of you are not. Some of you got stuck. So if you're getting stuck on a problem like this, like problem 7, then you should use the box option to help you organize your problem. Okay. Your terms, your factors go down the first one down the side, the second one across the top, and then you just multiply in to your squares. So 12r times 12r, 144r squared. 12r times -9, there should be a square, minus 108r. 12r times -9 here, 108r, and then -9 times -9 for the last box. Okay, generally with these, your like terms are the r terms. So there's an r and there's an r. So these on this diagonal are the ones that add together. So final answer, 144r to the second minus 216r plus 81. When I was looking at people's work, I'd say 90% of you had that correct, so good job. As long as you got this answer, then your method was correct, okay? So that's number 7. I want you to do number 9 on function operations. Like I told you before, on g of x, do not use this parentheses version. They're all equal, but just use the x squared minus x minus 42 version. So f of x, negative 6x plus 9, g of x, x squared minus x minus 42. I want you to do number 9. What we're remembering is f and g are names. They're saying I've called an equation by this name. So to actually do my new equation, I need to use the actual value. So f and g, you can't actually do math with those because they're not actually an equation yet. They're just a label. Okay? So everyone should try number 9 right now. So for number 9, the regular operation set, which is like the 3. So 3 comes down, and then it's saying do f of x. So 3 times f of x, which is negative 6x plus 9. And then minus is the operation that's happening. And what am I subtracting? The entire g of x set, x squared minus x minus 42. Now it's a mathematical equation set. Now I can actually evaluate. Negative 18x plus 27. Dealing with this negative, negative x squared plus x plus 42. Like terms. Negative x squared, there isn't any other x squared term. Minus 18x plus x minus 17x. Regular numbers 27 and 42 plus 69. And that is your final answer. So you're taking your equations, put in the equation and build a new equation is the process on these kind. G of x is 3x squared plus x minus 7. F of x is 4x plus 3. I want to be looking at 14. What this is saying is if you have a number, let's say it's saying I want to figure out f at 2, okay? So here, this is my equation. This is saying I have an f equation. I've named it f. The equation is actually 4x plus 3. And then the 2 over here is saying, you know what? I actually want to find the actual number when x is 2. So what this is asking you to do is take your equation. Okay, so 4 doesn't change because 4 is 4. Change the x into a 2. Add the 3 and get a final answer. So that turns into 8 plus 3. So basically my answer here would be 11. So if I needed f at 2 in a problem, the number I actually use is 11. So when you're putting in values, you're finding actual numbers. Okay, so on 14, you need to find your two numbers. Find your first function f at the value of negative 1. Find your second function g at the value of negative 1 and add those numbers together. That's what it's asking you to do. Okay, so we're just doing a quick practice on that so we can practice function evaluation. Let's just talk about it. What we're doing is we're saying that your x value for this is going to be negative 1. So this first one, I'm going to be doing 4 times negative 1 plus 3 because I'm replacing the x with negative 1. There is no x left once you've done this, all right? The answer for the first one, negative 1. Negative 4 plus 3. For g, I'm going to have 3 times negative 1 squared plus negative 1 minus 7. So I've replaced the x with the negative 1. Everywhere there's an x, it's now negative 1. Have to do exponents first. So negative 1 squared is 1. So what I now have is 3 and then minus 8. So negative 5. Those are my two numbers. Once I have the two numbers, I then do the math on them. So it turns into negative 1 minus 5, negative 6. Okay? In the end, if you have a value that you're putting in, your answer should be a single number. Try 24. What we want to remember about things like this, 24, is that I have I. So if I just see I, that's fine, but I need to remember that I is really a value of the square root of negative 1. And if I have I squared in my problem, which I will have here because of multiplying, when I see an I squared in my answer, I should replace that with negative 1. So I squared should turn into negative 1 always. Oh, distributing on this one. Distributing the 4. 12 plus 36i. Distributing the negative 7i. 21i minus 63i squared. I squared is really negative 1. So what I really have then is 12 plus 57i plus 63. Because a negative 63 times a negative 1 turns into plus 63. So, oh wait, that's negative. Sorry, 4 times negative 3. So what do I get? 51 plus 57i is my new complex number.